If you're going to be isolated and away from people during the next crisis, you really need to watch this video. There's a common myth that isolation in a crisis is the ultimate security, that if you just get far away enough from the cities, you'll be safe. The Rhodesian Bush War of the 1970s proves that that's a dangerous delusion. Guys, make sure to like and share the video because I'm going to try to share some real lessons with you. Okay, so rural farmers in Rhodesia were specifically targeted. They were isolated, far from settlements, and extremely vulnerable. Living far away from everyone isn't always the best solution. It could actually make you and your family a target. And in America's troubled times ahead, attackers won't just want to terrorize you. They will want to capture and possess your isolated property and even some of your family members too. These people we're talking about weren't just petty thieves. Attacks were coordinated. Farmers were shot at and firebombed. One of the goals was to terrorize you off your land. Fires were deliberately set to draw farmers out of their defensive positions and into the open. Women and girls were targeted and taken advantage of for days or even weeks at a time. And people say that this is rare, but it isn't. Every single collapse and war without fail, women and girls get targeted en masse almost immediately. So what did the survivors actually do? Well, some vulnerable farmers received military assistance, small sticks of soldiers rotating through guard duty. Others hired former soldiers as bodyguards and formed local militias. They set up agric alert radio systems linking all farms with authorities. It's good to have any sort of communication method, whatever you can find. So they had panic alarms that automatically identified your position. They used multiple antennas for redundancy so they couldn't be cut off. Weapons had to be carried at all times. That was a rule. Always go to bed with your weapon loaded and close by. That was another rule. Attacks usually came at night during curfews when they could escape into the darkness after they've completed their attack. So people adjusted their building layouts. Structures were moved closer together for interlocking fields of fire. They built protected walkways to move safely between buildings. They stopped traveling at night entirely. House sitters were used if you had to leave, so the property was never completely empty. When on the road and expecting ambushes, rifles were routinely pointed out the windows and vehicles traveled in convoys for protection. In short, they survived by accepting the threat, building redundancy, coordinating with others when possible, and never letting their guard down. This is your blueprint. Hope for the best, but start preparing for the worst.